Unheard of.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we are, another week of Unheard of. We did not skip out on you. We are back yet again, weekly episodes. And to the left of my screen is the great man. You all know him as ABG. I know him as a great friend, great co-host. And to the bottom of my screen, we've actually finally got Colton back on, this time in video, except it's more like a floating head because he doesn't have much lighting. And so the backgrounds on Zoom are not doing him
You can call
well.
me MODOK.
Call you MODOK?
So, how are y'all guys doing? Good week?
Yeah, man. I'm doing pretty good, Just hung out with our good friend and friend of the show, Uriel, for maybe, I guess, the last time for a couple of years before he takes his nice little trip to South Korea. And yeah, so just been hanging around this week, just working.
Nice. What about you,
What
Colton?
about-
I've had a good week, but work's been kind of messed up lately.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur can attest to that.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, no, it's been a good week on all accounts for us. We're finally getting to kind of go out and do more things. Jaden is able to hang out with friends and stuff now at the park because parents are vaccinated, and even me. As we're filming this, I got my last shot today.
Whoa.
So, fully
Funny you say that.
vaccinated. Mark of the beast right here, everybody. Got it.
It's funny you say
vax.
that. I was supposed to have my last shot today, but I completely forgot about it. So
Dang. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm still not feeling any type of side effects. I didn't feel any side effects with the first one. We were pretty good. So, yeah, good week. And as we all know, what happened this week? The NFL draft. And we are all pathetic fans of the Atlanta Falcons franchise. But I have to say, I kind of figured when we were going to stay at 4, I kind of figured we were going to stick on the path and go with Pitts as the best one available at the time. That's kind of what the Falcons did. And since then, in the later rounds, they've kind of touched a little bit on the line, but mostly, in the back defense with corners and trying to shift focus out there. I mean, what did y'all think?
I mean, I think they did pretty well. I just don't understand why they signed AJ McCarron.
Backup.
But I mean, yeah, backup quarterback, of course, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, best comes to best, he doesn't see a single snap in the regular season. But I mean, if
Matt gets hurt.
Say it again.
So unless Matt gets hurt.
Yeah, that's
COVID
what I was getting to. Like, I mean, if Matt goes down, like God forbid, like when's the last time AJ McCarron has gotten a snap in a regular season NFL game? Like 2015.
He played his last meaningful snap when he was like the backup for the Bengals, I think.
Oh man, he's coming for Matt's job.
Because he
You remember
started.
what year that was?
Didn't he play a playoff game for the Bengals? Or like Andy Dalton got hurt or something like that?
I do not remember.
I know every time he's actually played meaningful snaps, he hasn't been like extremely good. He's just going to be an average backup. Honestly, if Matt were to get hurt, the Falcons as a franchise would, in my mind, they would just get hounded for not actually drafting a quarterback. Because in the second round, man, there were some really good pickups, like Kyle Trask for the Tampa Bay, and God, what's his name? Keller Mond, who got picked up by Minnesota. Kellen. Man, those were really good, like sneaky picks. Those are guys that can develop.
Yeah, I
Oh
saw
no.
that, and I was just thinking like, why? Like, we could have. I mean, I get not going for a quarterback in the first round. Like, we could have picked up somebody in like a later round, and I don't know. It just seems weird to sign on AJ McCarron.
Yeah, I I don't know what the Falcons are doing. You know, if I'm being honest, I can say that since we stuck at 4, I'm on the record for wanting a Matt Ryan replacement, but at the same time, I know they're not going to do it for like the next year or two. So I thought Kyle Pitts was a really good pickup because everybody basically says he's the best player in this year's draft, and now
Yeah,
he's come into Atlanta. So man, and usually I'll say this about Matty Ice: he's had his best seasons with like Gonzalez right there. You know, if he's got a good tight end, you know, he's actually really good when he's got a good tight end in the role.
Yeah.
So do you guys think they're gonna stick with Pitts at tight end, or maybe move him to wide receiver if they do end up completing this Julio trade?
He's going to be everywhere, no matter if Julio's there or not. He's going to play everything.
All right.
True. Um, I don't know. I like the pickup. I think it's also really weird now since they changed the jersey rule numbers. So Pitts is going to be wearing number 8.
Number
That's
eight, yeah.
that's going to look different. Did you guys know that Dalvin Cook was actually looking at changing his jersey number, but it was going to cost him like $10 million or something like that because
$10 million?
because apparently the veterans, if they want to change their number to something small like that, I can't remember what Cook said he wanted it to be. I think it was going to be like 6, you know, something like that. Um, but basically, if you're a veteran, you have to pay all your jerseys off that are in stores right now. So Dalvin Cook was going to have to buy every single number 33 jersey before he could change his number.
That's insane.
So
That's a,
basically, nobody's going to change their number right now unless you're like a kicker or a punter and have no jersey sales whatsoever because it's just going to be like the new rookies coming in.
wow. Dang, they get stuck with another game and then they can't even change the numbers for real.
Yeah.
NFL players down bad.
Feel bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least they're still making millions of dollars, so whatever.
So I was pretty high on Justin Fields over the course of the whole draft season.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm pretty surprised that Chicago went up to get him because
I'm not.
I thought for sure that Mac Jones was going to the 49ers, and then when he fell like he did, it wasn't a surprise that he fell to New England. That's basically like what Bill Belichick is looking for, anyways. But yeah, I was pretty surprised that Chicago went up and got Justin Fields because you know their whole QB1 like tweets and everything. Supposedly Andy Dalton is their QB.
Yeah, that I have no clue. Um now I've completely forgotten what I was about to say. What number did Justin Fields end up going? Was it 11?
Something
I
like that.
Yeah, I didn't even see which number he picked out.
No,
Honestly, I mean,
I'm not saying what number he picked out, but I'm saying what number he got drafted at.
Oh yeah, he got picked up at number 11.
Number 11.
the Bears were picking so far back, they probably didn't intend on really getting a good quarterback to compete with Andy Dalton, honestly.
Dude,
But then he fell.
I gotta say, there's literally there's 2 quarterbacks that I think are in the best situation from this draft. Trey Lance in San Francisco has got one of the best rosters on that team, and honestly, Justin Fields in Chicago is really nice because they've got
All they've ever needed is
a
a quarterback
defense.
for like the last couple years.
Yeah,
They got a good wide receiver core. They got a good running back. Not superstar, but a good running back. And then a great defense every year. They've been missing a quarterback for the longest time, and now they got one.
true. So does this save Matt Nagy's job? Like, do we think he's actually gonna get Justin Fields in there this year, play some meaningful ball?
Maybe. It definitely makes up for the mistake of picking Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. And they got him at number 11, so it's not like they paid top 5 money for him. Um, I'm still really surprised that Zach Wilson went number 2. I don't get that at all. There was almost like no hype surrounding him whatsoever. It's like the Jets
No way.
just found him out of nowhere, and they're like, "All right, dude, you're our next guy."
It's like they went to his pro day, and then after that, like everybody was just sold on Zach Wilson being going definitely top 5 in the draft.
Yeah, I don't get it. Trey Lance's tape looks really good. So really, if San Francisco views him as that type of guy who's dynamic, I think he looks really good on tape. So I'm happy for him. San Francisco is going to be a good spot for him. I think honestly, there weren't really too many surprises this draft, except if you follow all this NFL drama, what I really loved was the fact that the Aaron Rodgers news broke right before the draft started.
Oh yeah,
That was funny.
Like literally last year, they trade up to get Jordan Love in the first round, and Aaron Rodgers breaks this news before the draft that he's unhappy because that way they're gonna ask the GM every time they see him in the media over like the week about Aaron Rodgers, and I thought it was hilarious.
yeah. Do you guys think that uh, Aaron chip on his shoulder is gonna fire back and maybe make it to the Super Bowl this season?
No, he's not going to play.
You really think he's not coming back?
I don't think he's gonna play for the Packers.
Yeah, he's going to play for somebody else. They said they ain't going to trade him, but Aaron Rodgers, he said he's seriously considering retirement if he doesn't get traded.
Wow.
I mean,
I just figured he was gonna be back.
theoretically, man, the Green Bay Packers as an organization just keep pissing them off. Like, I mean, how hard is it to like draft some actual talent to help the quarterback? But like literally the only first round offensive talent they've selected in the past 10 years was his replacement.
Yeah, his replacement quarterback. That's insane.
I And then like around this area, there's a bunch of Denver fans obviously. What I've what I've gathered, the consensus is a lot of Denver fans are also pissed off out here because with that report of Aaron Rodgers being unhappy, there was another report that said the deal to Denver was basically a done thing. And then it didn't happen and the Broncos picked up Certain. So they still have like no quarterback really. They traded for Teddy Bridgewater. But yeah, a lot of Denver fans out here are also really unhappy.
They can't get a quarterback over there, man. At least not a young one.
Dude,
They keep getting used in old quarterbacks every single year besides Drew Lock.
John Elway sucks at drafting quarterbacks. Like literally, even before Peyton Manning, he wasn't that good like at drafting offensive weapons. So Peyton Manning was the only thing that has saved and continued to save his career out here because as a GM, I know he's not technically the GM now, but he's a step above the GM, so he basically still makes all the decisions. And man, he just cannot pick quarterbacks in the drafts.
Yeah, as soon as I seen that deal that was going to go through, I was like, all right, the Broncos are not going to pick a quarterback here. And then it was going to come out that Aaron Rodgers was going to be traded. And then it just fell through, and they didn't get a quarterback because they could have had Justin Fields because that was before that trade, I think.
Yeah, the Broncos could have had Fields, and they blew it. A lot of fans are not happy out here because they continuously get nothing ever since Peyton left.
Well, ever since he retired, I mean, hell, he was always dirt.
I mean, he had to retire, but it's been like 6 years.
It's been years since then. So, I mean, and then
They keep getting old quarterbacks.
to get basically just outdoing themselves in the wrong ways.
They need to bring Brock Osweiler back, dude.
Oh my god. Honestly, Elway's made a lot of dumb decisions, but not paying Osweiler like $80 million was a good decision, and letting him walk to the Texans.
So what has he done? Nothing.
He's made a lot of money for doing nothing. I wish I could do it.
Yeah.
Um,
But speaking of Falcons, I was talking to Ethan earlier today about what maybe we could possibly be doing this season, and he seems to think that we're going to win at least. I mean, this was just like looking at the schedule for like one time and just talking about it and passing, but maybe at least 12 games, 12 out of 17.
no,
You
no
know,
way.
we end our season 12
Why
and 5.
can't you believe that, Jared?
We win at least 7 games this season.
Do you know how many games were decided by a couple points last season?
That doesn't matter to me. Shoot, I
I
know
That's
this
mean,
team.
yeah, I
so
mean, an L's still an L, but I mean, it what like the record doesn't speak for everything.
Well, we've been on the decline for a while, and all I'm saying is our running game is still gonna kind of be crappy unless Tolbert
They don't
shows
want to
out.
draft a running back.
I know they didn't want to draft a running back either, but no, I think we win at least 7 games. But I'm not even thinking about the playoffs this year. Tom Brady's still in the division. The Saints have like the dynamic Taysom Hill, or they can start famous Jameis. Whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina, they've got Sam Darnold, so I think we'll beat them both times because I don't really trust Sam Darnold. But no, I'm not even thinking about 12 games.
Hey, listen, he seems to think that we'll be able to beat everybody in our division twice except for the Bucks.
No,
I'm saying
don't
we're
think
gonna
so.
beat the Bucks once, the Saints once, and Carolina twice.
That's more reasonable.
Yeah.
Maybe even the Saints twice, but I don't know. Just because Drew Brees isn't there no more, but they beat us without him last year, so who knows?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season, but I think Matt Ryan's going to be doing a lot of throwing because I still don't trust our running game. Like he's going to be. God, I wouldn't be
He'll throwing
surprised
his
if
ass
he's.
off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's averaging like 40 throws a game.
This season. Oh, excuse me. I think they're gonna definitely try to get their worth out of Matt Ryan, so he's gonna be seeing a lot of throwing.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of birds and things that get beat up all the time, like the Falcons, let's go ahead and switch on over to Mortal Kombat. Something that
Oh, yeah.
we kind of wanted to talk about last week. Didn't really get too much into it, but now I think everybody on the show this week, including myself, has now seen it. So pretty much got an
Oh
opinion.
no.
I've seen a lot of mixed reviews online, but that doesn't really change my opinion about it. What did you guys think?
I thought it was a good movie with a little bit of fan service and a little bit of cringe at the same time.
A little bit of cringe. What's your cringe that you saw?
Flawless victory. Come
Yeah,
on now.
I'm telling you, dude. That was my biggest thing about it. When they physically said the things from the video game. I mean, I might have said this last week when we were talking about it.
You did.
When they physically said that, it just takes you out of it, man. Like it just takes you totally out of the movie. You're like, okay, it's a video game movie. Like
Yeah.
I get it, but yeah. I mean, other than that, like the story wise, I mean, I kind of, oh my goodness. I kind of get where they're going with it and everything. I mean, I liked it. I mean, I'm definitely excited for the sequel.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, just some stuff is weird.
Yeah, I thought it was a good world building movie.
Yeah, yeah. Like so, if we if we see a sequel, right? Because we obviously are. I think they're planning like 4 different movies.
Yeah.
But when we get to the sequel and they're actually at the tournament this time, and it's not just fighting at the different realms, um, would it still be cringy if the words like flawless victory or brutality were in there, but just not being said by the characters, like over a like a PA at the tournament or whatever?
I mean, that would be different, but I don't know how they could make that and how could they how they could integrate that into the movie without without just physically coming out and saying it like they did in this movie.
I mean,
I think
let's just say they actually introduced like a PA crew right at the beginning of the
A
tournament.
crew, yeah.
We've seen it. We've seen it in all these different movies, right? Uh, but say they introduce very briefly like a PA crew that's talking over, and all of a sudden we get Scorpion and Noob Saibot. Bam! Flawless victory.
Yeah, I mean that would probably be cool, but I
I
don't know.
think I think if it was like where it wouldn't be cringe if like they was about to get like he was already dead basically, and the master or whoever said finish him. I don't think that would be cringe, like because he wasn't gonna kill him, something like that.
Yeah. Man, I wish the fight in the end between Scorpion and Sub Zero was way longer. Like, man, it was still pretty good, for the story and the movie wise. But I was like, man, I wish this battle would have been like much longer because it was like the one everybody was looking forward to, really. So
Oh yeah,
it was I think the casting is really good for the movie. If I'm being honest, um, the casting is really good. The story is pretty good. It's not like they're going to the tournament, so like Colton said, they're just kind of setting up the world and putting it together. A lot of people have expectations when it comes to video game adaptations, and obviously, it can't be the exact same. I thought movie wise, it was decent. It's not the greatest movie in the world, but to me, it's a step up from like the predecessors.
oh
I think
yeah.
it's a
I mean,
very good
I,
starter.
I feel like that would be a given. Like of course this is gonna look better. This is gonna be better than the ones they made in like the '90s or whatever. Because I mean, obviously they have better technology. You can make stuff look better. But I mean, I just thought like this movie is even better than what they than like that description of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
think they did a really good job with this. But
yeah.
I mean, I just like I said, I just have those little things about it, and I'm excited to see the sequel because I was really hoping that Johnny Cage was gonna actually be in this movie, but
Did you see the subtle setup that like Ryan Reynolds responded to the rumors of like wanting to be Johnny Cage?
oh word, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
He
I seen
basically
that.
yeah, he responded to like the fan rumors about it by posting an advertisement for Mint Mobile where it's got him as Johnny Cage and it's like the title is like what Go Mint or something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
wow,
So
I, did y'all see where they're trying to fan cast The Miz as Johnny Cage?
Now the Miz might be pretty good as Johnny Cage.
I'm 50-50 on it, but I mean, I don't know. I just haven't seen him act, and I don't know how good that would be.
I mean, you've already seen him act. He acts in WWE.
That's different though,
Is it?
because that's bad acting already.
hey man,
But
actually speaking of the WWE, uh, you guys, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about John Cena's Peacemaker series. Like, I don't know, I think it's gonna be hilarious.
this Peacemaker series?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, that's gonna be on HBO Max.
oh, okay, okay. I did not know about this.
yeah. I mean, we all saw the trailer for James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I think, I think the Peacemaker series for John Cena is gonna be like his actual final breakout role in Hollywood because I think it's going to be hilarious.
The Marine was his breakout role, dude.
Nah,
Uh,
dude, 12 rounds was, dude.
But I'm sorry. Back to Mortal Kombat. Though, what did you guys think of the new character?
oh, Cole Young.
Yeah,
I thought the way that they set it up was really good. Story wise, the fact that he's basically Scorpion's. Um, obviously, he's like,
Descendant.
yeah, descendant. I don't know why I was blanking the word. Um, I thought it was really well set up because by the end, when he's battling Sub Zero, and then all of a sudden, Scorpion, he comes back with the blade. He's like, "Get over here!" Like, cause now he's finally arisen thanks to Cole Young. So
That was cringe.
you think so?
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, man. The way he
definitely
said,
was.
the way he said, "Get over here," like that
I think,
obviously isn't in like the accent of
dude.
the actor who plays him. So
Yeah, they said it wasn't him. They used like a different actor.
Oh,
of course it
my
wasn't
God.
him. You could tell it wasn't him. That's what made it cringe.
Hey man, maybe my guy can't speak proper English. Okay,
Well,
he spent the
no,
whole movie talking in Japanese.
You don't have to say it like that.
Come on,
The
man.
actor does speak English.
It was a joke. I was just joking.
It's a roles that he's spoke English in, right? But so he could have said the "get over here" line.
You
I don't think that line should have been said at all by
that was
anybody.
The fact that it was
That was
very
just a joke.
clearly not him.
I think he also could have said it in Japanese, anyways, and it still would have been like decent.
Speaking,
Get over here.
did y'all see like in the beginning of the movie the controls behind Jax and Sub Zero when they were fighting on the wall?
No.
No, I wasn't paying
It
that
was
much
like
attention.
it was right behind them. I don't know how you didn't see it. It was it was like up, down, left, right. It was like controls for one of their moves to do in the game. It was like spray paint, like graffiti.
Oh,
No, I didn't see that.
That was a good subtle nod to the games.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Seems like a nice little Easter egg. And what did you say it was in?
The first fight with Jax and Sub Zero when he went into that warehouse.
Yeah.
their only fight.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
True. I really liked Kano too.
A
I
lot.
mean, he carried that movie.
I was about to say I've seen that meme of him like carrying the movie, and I didn't know how y'all felt. I mean, theoretically, I thought he did his part because he was super annoying the entire time.
Yeah, and I feel like he was well casted and everything.
Yeah,
It was,
Yeah.
it was really good. He stole every scene he was in.
true. Um,
His back's hurting.
Jesus. It's a shame because now they're gonna have to do the sequels without him unless they bring him back.
I'll bring him back.
They'll explain on like how everybody can come back from death or something like that. I liked Melina as well. Just being able to see all these characters being brought to life.
With good effects.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Something that I've been playing since I was a kid and holds a really special place in my heart to seeing it, not on a big screen, but like on a TV screen. It was really nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Technically, I think it's a step up from the previous movies, and I'm actually looking forward to the sequel, even though I know that everybody's got a lot of mixed feelings about this one. I'm looking forward to the sequels. I think actually being in the tournament is going to help the movie kind of find its rhythm a little better.
Yeah.
So that's my personal opinion about it. I liked it. I'd give it like a solid 6 out of 10.
I don't think it'll be the best movie out of all of them when they're all said and done. But I think, like I said, I think it's a really good world building movie for what it was supposed to be doing to set up the rest of them.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a remaining league time again.
True. So yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, guys, it's been nice and beautiful out here in Colorado. Weather is finally back up. It reached about 90 degrees today, so it was nice and warm. And now we're gonna go back to a little bit of rain and snow for the next few days, so that's gonna be nice. And yeah, before we get everybody's closing thoughts and close this out, I'd like to bring back an old segment, right? It's called Odd News.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
So here we go. All right, we've got the top 3 for me this week. Okay, sitting at number 3, New Hampshire gender reveal party leaves huge explosion that lasts for miles, causes an actual earthquake in New Hampshire, because people still don't understand that having fireworks and TNT, like actual bombs, at your gender reveal is a bad idea. So, yeah, somebody in New Hampshire actually caused an earthquake this past week from a gender reveal explosion.
That is insane, dude.
Ooh.
How do you just tell me what's gonna be a boy or a girl, man? Like,
Yep. It's true. The blast was felt as far away as northern Massachusetts.
couldn't be me.
So, it's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Here's story number 2 for me this week. A woman from Michigan glued her eye shut after mistaking nail glue for eye drops.
I actually I was at work and I was just working along and there's some guys there from other companies and we were talking about something. We were reading a sheet of paper and I guess some of the printing was really small and one of the older guys couldn't read it. And so I was like, I'll read it for you and everything. And I was talking about, they're like, how'd you read that? I was like, I mean, I got eyes and contacts, I guess, like the contacts help. They're like, oh man, don't mistake don't put any glue in your eyes. And I was like, glue in my eyes? They're like, yeah, so some woman put glue in her eyes because she thought it was eye drops. And I was like, that's insane.
Got another Gorilla Glue girl going on in Michigan. But and my top story, and then we'll get ready to close the pod out, is a Florida nurse who had to do a court hearing over Zoom. Actually, live broadcasted her doing a injection on a patient's butt. So the judge and the entire courtroom got to see somebody else's butt being injected with medication. So that's it.
Awesome.
That's my odd news. Real quick.
I got a weird fact.
Okay.
Roller coasters were invented to distract Americans from sin.
I'm glad. We need distractions from sin.
Like in that, like in it. Oh my goodness, I'm a stutter machine. Aren't a lot of inventions either made to help people, like to help people to stop sinning?
I don't know.
I don't know, are they?
Like, well, like what? Weren't cigarettes invented to help people lose weight?
No. I don't think so. I mean, people have been smoking tobacco for like ages now.
No, I'm saying like modern cigarettes.
No, I have no idea. If that's true, then that's crazy. But I would believe it.
Yeah.
Like the big tobacco was probably like, smoke this. This will help you lose weight. Bam. All of a sudden, they got an entire society addicted.
All of a sudden, you got lung cancer.
Now you ain't dying from your fatness. Dying from something else in your lungs. But yeah, I mean, real quick, Colton, you got anything?
Just don't forget to go take your second COVID shot, like me.
Yep. ABG?
hey, wear your mask, man. Stay safe out there. People are getting vaccinated. People are feeling safer. But even though this has the feeling of, yeah, we're going to go back to normal, we still have to take good measures. So if you're not vaccinated yet, make sure you're still wearing your mask. Even if you are vaccinated, if you're out in big crowds, keep those masks on, man.
Yep. And you want to plug us real quick?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, you wanna see what we got going on Twitter? Hit us up at unheard_of_pod. That's gonna be the same on Instagram, YouTube. We're there. Follow the link. Facebook, Unheard Of. Look us up. Hey, we everywhere. We everywhere. We worldwide, baby.
That's right.
And then I'm on YouTube at Young without the O_ABG. And yeah, that's it.
He means Twitter, not YouTube. That's his Twitter.
Did I say
handle.
YouTube? I meant
He's doing a show pretty sleepy tonight.
I was about dang,
and,
dog.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Should I subscribe?
Yeah,
The
and
sleep is real.
And you can find me on Twitter at Jared Evans. And we so grateful everybody keeps tuning into the show. Really enjoyed everything last week. Probably gonna get some more games here in the near future for the Zoom podcasts. And
Wow, I would have loved the game.
well, sorry, maybe next time. And everybody be safe out there. Have fun this summer. Let's have some safe travels and some fun vacations. And as always, we love you, we hear you, and we hope you hear us here at Unheard Of. And once again, I'm Jared.
And I'm Arthur. And this was
Unheard Of.